Alright guys, what's going on? It is Free Unky coming back at y'all with another video. I know it's been a super long time. Not going to make any promises about me posting more because we know how that's gone in the past. This is mostly just a repost channel of stuff that Babytron does, but I have done a few videos talking about his songs here. But with all that being said, if you like music content, if you like Michigan rap and Babytron related content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Here is a very late review of Babytron's latest album, Luka Troncic 2. So first of all, let's just start with the album cover. I still like the first Luka Troncic album cover better. However, this is a pretty good one. The 99 overall and his signature is a nice touch. And in the album, about the album in general, there was a huge delay for this album. It was supposed to be June, then it was delayed all the way until August, right? And then I think it was like everyone thought he was going to do it on his birthday, and then it was supposed to be 7/7, July 7th. And then it was ended up releasing August 1st. For anyone who's a big Babytron fan, I'm sure you know about and I'm talking like a big Babytron fan, like you're really tapped in. I'm sure you know about the Instagram page, Tron's Testimonial. Shout out to Greg. They used vocals from him. I guess these were audio messages, or I'm not exactly sure, audio messages or posts to Tron. Tron ended up using in the songs in the album, which is really cool. He used it on the intro track, Luka Magic, and also the 8th track, Cheat Code 3. So really cool moment for Babytron fans there, and obviously especially for Tron's Testimonial and Greg. But with all that being said, enough about the background to the album. Again, there's a lot of hype to this. It was his follow-up to Luka Troncic, which is a fan favorite among many Babytron fans. So there was a lot of hype around it, but with all that being said, let's get into the review. So I'm just going to show you guys this paper. This is where I wrote down my ratings for the songs. I don't like ranking all the songs in order. It's just kind of hard to do that. And I don't really think it tells the whole story and paints a fair picture of how much I actually like the album, at least in my opinion. This is how I review music. So top left corner is meh. Top right corner is good. Then the stars in the bottom left are obviously the best songs. And then we have the features ranked section in the bottom right. Now, I want to make this clear that I'm not ranking the features necessarily. Okay, I am ranking those songs, but I'm not ranking just the features. That's why I wrote, as you can see, I wrote in small text next to the features ranked, songs with features ranked, because I am ranking Babytron's parts in those songs as well as how well the feature complemented that part. So I just want to make that clear that I'm not just ranking the feature. I am ranking Tron's part in those songs as well. So we'll go with meh, good, and then the features section, and then I will talk about my favorite songs and my favorite lyric from each of those best songs. So start with the meh section. Drug, sex, and murder. I saw someone comment on the Instagram on the YouTube video for this song, and they were like, Tron mumbling has to be a recession indicator, and I couldn't agree more. The song sucks. I never want to hear a Babytron song like that again. 77, it has a few good lines, but just a little bit lackluster. Bumpstock Boys and Bol Bol. The problem I have with those two songs is that they have very, very similar beats. When these songs came on back to back, I thought that I was listening to the same song twice. So I just think that putting those songs back to back was not the best decision, and also just in terms of the lyrics in those songs, again, by Tron standards, he can do a lot better. Okay, then we'll get into the good section in the top right. Luka Magic, Mukbang, Cheat Code 3, Punch God 4, Belt Town, White Boy, and Final Level I would all consider good, solid songs. Definitely songs that I would not be mad if they came on when I was in the car and I was driving. I guess the reason why these are in the good section, not the star section, is just, again, they're just good songs. I would like to listen to each of these songs one time all the way through, maybe once or twice a month. Now that the dust has settled from the album, right, that's kind of my expectation. Like, I enjoy hearing these songs, and I will listen to it all the way through. They're not necessarily songs that I'm hitting repeat on. But yeah, that is the good section. Then we will get into the songs with features ranked. So again, I know I said I wasn't ranking the whole album, but I did rank the songs with features. We'll start off at number 5 with Spring Break with Certified Trapper. Anyone who has been following this channel knows that I hate Certified Trapper. That's why I literally made a video of that one tape that him and Babytron did. I made a video where I cut out all of Certified Trapper's parts. Listen, I respect the grind, and there are a few Certified Trapper songs that I have in my library. But overall, I absolutely hate his style, and above all else, his beat selection, that type of Milwaukee beat just fucking sucks, okay? There is no other way to say it. Like, I'm sorry, like, you really have to be from Milwaukee, in the trenches, or just love that kind of sound, absolutely love that kind of sound to appreciate a certified trapper type beat. Again, I feel like that kind of music is only bumped in the Milwaukee area. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, those beats just sound so terrible. Like, I just feel like I'm at the circus or something. It's ridiculous. So yeah, sorry. Again, there are one or two certified trapper songs that I do like. I think that those are solo songs by him. I think one of the songs I do like is Orthodox. I think there's a Babytron feature on that song. But yeah, not a certified trapper fan. So that's going at number 5 for the features ranked. 4 is Two Man. Again, just not really a big fan of the... Okay, so something you guys got to understand about my music taste is, yes, I am a huge Babytron fan, but I appreciate lyrical rappers. I appreciate rappers that put a lot of thought into their bars. I appreciate rappers that sound like they are rapping when they are rapping. Okay, I like to listen to rap that it sounds like that they're rapping like as if the rent is due. Okay, this is a big reason why I'm a big Aketh Woods fan and even a big Sweet Tea fan, but I will go over that in a future video. But if you guys don't know Aketh Woods, I would definitely recommend tapping into him. Somebody said he sounds like college-educated Babytron, and I couldn't agree with that more. But I say all that to say, whoever the guy was on Two Man, I didn't like the feature that much, although the beat is okay, and I think we can all agree the Two Man meme from this year was pretty funny. 3, we have X2 with Rio, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've really gone over some of the songs that I wasn't super into. To be honest, Tron is being extremely negative in this song, but I do understand that it's for entertainment. I will say, even by Tron standards, some of the things he can say in these X songs can be a little shocking, but then again, it is entertainment, so, you know, I can't fault him for that, and a lot of the bars are funny. But Rio's feature in this was very lackluster. But Rio has been grinding. Shout out to him for working hard since he got out. So hopefully him and Babytron will have better songs together in the future. 2, we have End Zone. I believe the rapper feature on this was No Cap. A lot of really great sports bars in the song. Like, they used similes way too much, especially the feature, right? He was using like so much that it lost a little bit of its touch, but chill beat, great bars, good references, a little repetitive, but I think both of them did good on this song. Then the best feature I thought was G Herbo and the song Chase the Money. Just fits really well together. We all know that Tron says a very unnecessary line in this song, but I think the overall theme of the track is great. And I think G Herbo, obviously, he's the most well-known rapper that was featured on this project. I think he kills it. Okay, now we will get to the cream of the crop, the starred songs. All right, so first off, we're going to be starting with Michigander, which is an incredible track. It was the lead-off single. He posted a music video to this before he released the album. This got me really hyped for the album because this told me everything I needed to know that Tron still got it. Tron still got it. I'm sure if you're from Michigan, I'm not, but I'm sure if you're from Michigan, you probably recognize a lot of the places he was talking about in the song, and I think that's great, really representative of his state. My favorite bar from this song, or one of my favorite bars from this song, is 4 minutes after 3, that little bitch a big hoe. I never understood this. I literally never understood this. I had to look this up on Genius because 403 upside down looks like it could be spelled hoe, which I know some of you probably caught on to this, but it's listen, like, okay, when I had the calculator in school, I had the 8008, and of course it looks like boob, right? But you know, I never, like, that line was extremely creative. I never would have thought to 403 flip that upside down. I did not catch on to that, so that kind of blew my mind when I found that out. Next, we're going to get on to Shithead. There's several bars in this song that I like a lot. So first of all, an interesting one is that he says, and I'm my kid for the way I do this shit for you. Listen, I don't think it's the best thing if Babytron is having a kid. Listen, we only know him through the music, but I mean, if we're judging him based off the music and some of the things we've seen him post to social media, like, this dude should not be a father, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So best of luck to him and his future kid. I mean, sounds like he hates his baby mama a lot, though. Another set of bars that I really like in Shithead is, I'ma kiss the pint, have him thinking, go and get a room. I just think it's a funny, creative line. You know, anyone who's ever liked a substance, whether it's weed, drinking, lean, or whatever, I think, you know, we all have those times where where we just love it. So I thought that was a funny line. Never heard a rapper say that one before. And then he follows it up with Mario, Luigi, me, and Lil Cuddy split a shroom. Of course, if you ever played Mario, you know that they eat the shrooms to level up. And then this is an interesting one. That it's good wordplay, but I also wanted to point out something. He says, "He gon' see me turn 25." I think he says he. Okay, some of the lyrics are incorrect in Apple Music's interpretation of it. I think he says, "He won't see me turn 25, gon' get killed by June. Drop a diss 159, go and get killed by 2." I just think it's hilarious that they would slide on someone in 1 minute. Again, like, this is something that I love about Babytron and just Michigan rap in general, is just the absurdity and the gall and the confidence that these guys rap with. The absurd things that they say they say it so confidently that it's believable. But interesting thing is that, yes, he did turn 25 this year, and I'm going to play you guys a clip from the Detroit Tigers game that was the day after his birthday, where they actually got his age wrong, and I think you can even see Tron shake his head in the video. So I will play that clip now.
Please direct your attention to the mound. Here today to throw our honorary first pitch. Please welcome Babytron, who just celebrated his 24th birthday yesterday. All right, Babytron, show us what you got. Hey, Detroit, give it up for Babytron, and happy birthday.
So yeah, just a little bit of an interesting thing that I think the Detroit Tigers actually got Babytron's birthday wrong. But anyway, we'll move forward. So this was some really great wordplay here from Babytron. He goes, "Thinking we gonna pull up box, we gonna pull up pop. Boy, what's in your pockets? That ain't even what I put in pops. Lil Fuzz in culinary school, but still cooking off." Again, I don't know how many rappers have rapped about their lil bro being in culinary school, and also just that little wordplay between those top two verses. And how he connected those bars just sounded really great. And then this is another funny thing I noticed in the song Shithead, was that he says, "Why the fuck they ever think the juggin' stopped?" Well, if you guys remember from Babytron's 2023 album, 6, he says, "This a letter to the jugs. It's time to move on. In the booth they're doing shows. I found a new role. I hope you happy for me." So he literally said 2 years ago that he's moving on from the jugs, but then he's like, why did they ever think the juggin' stopped? Well, it's because he literally said that. But again, Tron has a few of those contradictory lines every now and then, and when you release as much as him, it's bound to happen. Let's keep going on with Shithead, man. When I really review things, Shithead might actually be my overall favorite song on the album. Don't quote me on that though. Then he also says, "Bitch moving too loose. It ain't no way that pussy tight." It's just a classic. I call this classic funny, immature Tron. And then he goes, "Scope on the chop, can see from MGM to Motor City." Just two great lines back to back. All right, now we're moving on to Dark Knight. I did not notice this until I actually looked through the Apple Music lyrics, because I was mishearing him. "Fine shit 5'9", I'm finna take the tree and climb." Thought that was funny. I mean, shoot, man. I mean, no matter how tall you are, any girl like 5'6" and up is just a giraffe, basically. I mean, I'm a short guy, so for me, any girl over 5'5" is a giant. He also says on Dark Knight, "Lil Cuz playing with the white like Jameer Nelson." There's a little bit of a play on words here. Jameer Nelson was an Orlando Magic point guard who played with Dwight Howard. So really good reference and play on words there. Then we get into Retrotron. So this is a great bar here. He says, these are two great bars back to back. "They used to be shy. Nowadays hoes two guards." So he's saying, girls used to be shy, but now they're shooting their shot. Also a play on words referencing NBA player Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Some people call him Shay, Shy, potato, same difference, right? And Shay is a shooting guard. So, they used to be shy, nowadays host two guards. Really good reference there to the reigning NBA and Finals MVP. Eyes low, you would think I know Kumar. So Kumar, if there's a great movie called Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It's about these two stoners. So he's saying eyes low, you would think I know Kumar. A great movie reference there. And then he finishes this set of bars with you would think it's Star Wars. Again, Apple Music getting it wrong. It's not clone 2 car. It's you would think it's Star Wars. I cloned 2 cards. So he's saying that, stealing someone's info, copying the card info, and Star Wars, a big part of the prequel series was the Clone Wars. All right. Now we're on to, was that Retrotron? Okay, we're still on Retrotron. Better fight back. You gonna lose every fight you don't. Ain't you finna grind for the life you want? I gotta shine before the ice I own. So I really like this here. This isn't necessarily a wordplay thing. It's more, I call this motivational Tron, right? Like he's saying, you got to fight back. You're going to lose every fight that you don't fight. And aren't you going to grind for the life that you want? Like if that line cannot make you get the job or pursue the passion or hobby that you're after, I don't know what will, right? You want that life. Aren't you going to go work for it? So although Tron can put down his viewers with some of those financial lines sometimes, he does have a lot of very motivating bars. And he's saying, I had to shine before I owned the ice that I got. And then he finishes off Retrotron. Was this the last one I clicked? Yes, this is the last one. A movie might be too short shit. My life like shows. So many rappers, the My Life a movie thing is so overplayed. I think it's nice to see a rapper tapping into comparing their life to a show. And then we get into the track Sirloin, where he disses previous collaborator T-Bone. But we will get into that in a moment. So Tron says how she got all that sex drive with no car. Again, just funny, immature Tron there. Tron has so many different versions of himself that that is a good video idea, that I should make a video breaking down all the different versions of Tron and the bars that he chooses, because it's really incredible, like how many different sides of him there are. Unky on the Operation His Life Ozark. I've never seen Ozark, but I know it's a show about people making big money doing illegal things, so I thought that was a good reference to a TV show. And again, Ozark is a big enough a TV show. I think it's one of those household show names that we could consider it. And then he says, I don't fuck with T-Bones, get a sirloin. Listen, I don't know exactly what happened between T-Bone and DSM. I know T-Bone was Stan Will's cousin, but it must have ended badly because Tron directly disses him here. So, and for the record, T-Bone is not the best cut of steak. You're definitely better off getting a sirloin or ribeye. That's just my personal opinion. I like this little part here where he says, oh man, this song of Sirloin, when I first heard this, I had to play this back at least 3 times because I love the fact that he actually did this in the song. He says, holding both my wrists up, I promote diamonds. When I get in that room, I promote. And then he doesn't say anything. So literally, your brain can fill in the bar with the word silence, and he is silent in the actual song. I mean, God, how could you not love Babytron? Like, this is what I'm saying is like, yes, his style is not for everyone, but how could you listen to it? It's crazy to me when I see people on the internet saying that this guy is trash or that this guy can't rap. It's like, no, like, you are just so ignorant. Like, holding both my wrists up, I promote diamonds. When they get me in that room, I promote. Come on. Top class Tron there. And then you got that old Prezi on, Joe Biden. Obviously the Prezi, the watch. Joe Biden was our oldest president, also senile. Then we move on to the song Caveman, which again, I know I said earlier Shithead might have been my favorite song from the album. Caveman is really, really up there, though. I think I've probably played Caveman the most from the album. He says, I wouldn't gamble with your life. This ain't DraftKings. Why you go to FanDuel with your last cheese? Now, guys, remember, sports betting is big right now, right? It's advertised everywhere, but that doesn't mean that you should just pour your whole life into it. It is, it's not... For better or worse, sports gambling is everywhere, but do not use your last money to go on FanDuel or DraftKings. I also love that Tron is young enough of a rapper and modern enough of a rapper that we are getting references to things that are currently happening in our time. Like a famous older rapper that I don't really like is Pusha T, because this guy has just been rapping about cocaine for 20 years. Tron is always switching up, adding new things. So that is something that I certainly like a lot. Here's a great one from Caveman. When you see Jimmy on the... Again, Apple Music got it wrong. It's when you see Jimmy on the roll, it ain't Degrassi. Obviously, for those of you who know, Degrassi was a Canadian TV show that the world famous superstar rapper Drake was on when he was a child actor. And Drake's character in that show was named Jimmy, and Jimmy was paralyzed in the show. He has a play on words and also a reference in the same bar. So he's saying, when you see Jimmy, because Tron's real name is Jimmy, James, what? Someone drop in the comments what his government is again. But everyone called Tron Jimmy before he was Tron. So when you see Jimmy on the roll, it ain't Degrassi. He is not Drake's character from Degrassi, Jimmy. All right. let's continue on with Caveman. I really loved this song the first time I heard it. This is just one of those simple ones that made me smile. When I did go to school, Scam was 8th Hour. I mean, obviously we know Tron was on that scam grind back when he was in high school, really putting in work. First ones here, I guess, that make the whip the Mayflower. The Mayflower was the first ship that brought over people from Europe to America. We continue on with They Know I Got the Ups in This Hawk, Spud Whip, cannot believe the Apple Music thing right now. But They Know I Got the Ups in This Hawk, Spud Webb. Hawk, I'm assuming that he's referring to the car, the track Hawk here, and Spud Webb is one of the most famous dunkers in NBA history. This dude was 5'7", but he won a dunk contest. I will insert a clip here.
He was actually a freak of nature. I had never seen anything like him. Right behind Muggsy was probably the quickest guy that you had to guard with the basketball.
Before Spud came along, guys that were 6 feet and under, you really didn't think of.
And then he ends the song with I'ma call her Beavis, I don't get nothing but head. This is a great bar. I did read somewhere that Tron actually took this from an older rapper, and I believe I had heard the song too. I think it's one of those retro rap songs, so if someone could drop in the comments where Tron got this bar from, I would appreciate it. All right, now we move on to the song Demigod. Even if it ain't a blog, them boys down 5 points. I believe Tron is referencing the 5 Points YouTube channel here, which is like a sports blog. So I thought that was an interesting bar, a very niche reference. And then we move on to Every Badge Maxed Out, I guess that I'm a Demigod. Holding 2-6, serving bells, guess I'm Le'Veon. Le'Veon Bell was a great Steelers running back in the day, and he wore number 26. And then, obviously, I think at this point, Tron does have a lot of his rap badges maxed out. I would agree with the fact that he is a rap demigod. He could still get a lot better, which is the crazy thing, though. This is Apple Music completely interpreting this wrong. Morocco China, better treat me like the president. Baracko Trana, better treat me like the president, is the bar. And then, I don't even know what Apple Music is thinking here. Dawson Lischer. They're turning Baby Tron into a German rapper. But yeah, with all that said, those are my rankings again, and I just discussed all the bars that I like the most from these starred songs. So with all that being said, let me know what you thought of the review. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the album and where this ranks in his general discography. I am going to be ranking 30 Days of Tron when I get to it. So with all that being said, that's all I got for now. You guys take care. This is Free Unky. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Signing off.